My name is Carol Henault, and I'm the Executive Director of Reading is Fundamental of Southern California. The national organization, Reading is Fundamental, started in 1966, and we're called RIF SoCal. We are our own 501c3 nonprofit with our own board of directors and bylaws, etc. And we've been a nonprofit since 1972. One of the founders of RIF SoCal would dress up as Mother Goose in a park in Santa Fe Springs every weekend and read to children and then give them books. They worked with Boy Scout troops, the old buggies, the old baby buggies, the black ones, and they had confetti and all that stuff hanging off it, and the Boy Scouts used to walk around the streets of LA with buggies filled with books and giving them away. RIF SoCal is a multi-site program, which means that we work with, last year we worked with 255 different schools, different sites, community service programs. From pre-K, we really work from ages 0 to grade 8. Children choose the books that they want to take home and keep as their own and to start a home library. So we, as an organization, purchase all of our books. Last year we served over 40,000 children. We gave away over 150,000 books. Each site has a coordinator that comes to our warehouse to choose the books. They choose the best books that they think will excite their kids to read, and the final choice is the children's. The truth is today it breaks my heart that 2 out of 3 low-income kids don't have one age-appropriate book in their home. We have about 96% free and reduced lunch of our children. So these are really children that their families can't afford books for their children. Parents, when they are working several jobs, trying to keep food on the table, just forget how important it is to speak to their children. There is a national effort called the Campaign for Grade Level Reading, and they focus on equity for all children to enter school ready and able to learn. And what happens is with children who are not talked to by their parents or others, by around 18 months, they start falling behind in vocabulary and other skills that they need to succeed in school. And 75% of these children, very unfortunately, never catch up. And of course, that's so important for parents not just to talk to their children, but to read to their children, so that they're exposed to ideas and thoughts and information that they never would have learned otherwise. The basis of our program is called the Motivational Reading Program. And like I said, each one of our schools or sites, Head Starts, early Head Starts, 1st grade, 2nd grade, all the way through to 8th grade, has a coordinator. And that coordinator comes to our warehouse 3 times a year to choose the books that she thinks will excite her kids to read. Those books get taken back to the school, the site, and she plans a motivational reading event that gets kids excited about books. And that brings together parents so that parents can see how excited their children are about books and the importance of reading to them, community, and the school. And so what we're really trying to do is build a community that supports literacy. And so after this event is over, the children get to choose the book that they want to take home. They read them during recess. They share the books with one another. Some of the kids even have started book clubs. And basically, what we are trying to do, our tagline, is to inspire readers for tomorrow. Children who don't read on grade level by 3rd grade, in general, are 6 times less likely to graduate high school, and to graduate high school on time. If they're also low income, that number goes up to 13 times less likely to graduate high school. Now that's tragedy, because children are then become adults. They have no way often, this is generalizations, but I think they're very true in the majority of cases. They have no way to support themselves. They have no way to raise a family. And they a lot of them end up in prison. If you assess the reading levels of many of the people in our prison system, it's very, very low reading, if they can read at all. And so the tragedy, I think, is that these now young adults don't have the opportunity to give back to their community as part of the community, as a working part of the community. And the other thing that happens is that we as a society lose their talents. They could be very talented, they could have things that would be so important to share, and we lose their talents. Our website is RIFSOCAL, RIF as in Frank, SOCAL.org. We partner with authors who, if they're able, can either donate books to us or provide their books to us at a price point that we can afford. Obviously, dollars are always helpful. We can put a child in our program for a full year for $10. Each child gets 3 motivational reading events a year. They get bookmarks, amazing bookmarks that are created by our children in our program and blown up and hand painted and made into bookmarks. They get book plates, and they get 3 brand new free books every year. Basically what we're trying to do is build a community that comes back and supports, that believes in literacy for children, believes in the importance of literacy for children, and works together with us to enable us to provide the best books possible for our kids. We have a wish list of books. These are books that we would love to have on our shelves, but can't quite afford. So books. That is what we do. That's the most important thing that we provide, along with the motivation and the excitement about children choosing their own book to take home and keep. I've known Melrose Heights now for a long time. I started collaborating with Curtis Williams and Melrose Heights magazine. I think that the service that they provide for community is sort of, you want to make it could be thought of as a parallel to reading books, because what Curtis does is he exposes the people who read his magazine or now watch his TV station to a myriad of subjects and a myriad of people who have something to offer, something to teach, something that is important to know about. Melrose Heights is a community service, shares important information and stimulating information with its viewers or readers. There is a quote that I love from Margaret Spelling. She's the former Secretary of Education, and that quote is, "Reading is more than a pastime. In today's world, it's a survival skill." child who can read is a child who can learn, and a child who can learn is a child who can succeed.